Hey everybody, Kyle here, also known as Acid Rain 64, and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Before we get started on doing some things, I want to mention a few things I did off screen. First off, I actually went and got the big bomb bag, which you can get from the bomb shop if you save the lady in North Clock Town at midnight on the first night. So I did that. I'll go ahead and show you to you real quick, and I'll put up that on screen in just a second, or while I was talking about that. But anyways, I also went ahead and got the swamp title deed, because we will need that, and I also got 200 rupees, so my wallet is completely full at the moment. And doing all of that is going to hopefully save us a decent amount of time when we go to the mountains, which is where we're heading. And those are to the north, so we're going to go ahead and exit through North Clock Town. And I don't think we need anything from Tingle right now. Stop right there. Have you an errand in the mountains? It is dangerous outside the town walls, so I cannot allow a child like you to a sword. Yeah. My apologies, sir. It was wrong of me to treat you like a child. The mountains of Snowhead lie this way. Be careful. Alright, so we're heading up to Snowhead. That is where the next temple is. Okay, so in between this part and the last parts that I recorded, something different kind of happened with my Let's Plays. I had a Let's Play of Kirby 64 going on, and I actually deleted those videos and stopped that because I was having an issue with those videos, and I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but basically what was going on was the second video in that series that I had recorded, I ended up having to do post commentary for that, and I wasn't really happy with it, so I just ended up deleting. Well, that's like the main reason why I stopped that series. But then the third part that I did just a few days ago, it ended up being really off sync for some reason. And actually the latest part that I tried to render of this game ended up being really off sync as well. So I don't know if it's the actual recorded footage or if it was just Adobe Premiere, which is what I use now to edit videos. But something just didn't happen right. And I don't know, I just wasn't happy with how that series was going, so I deleted it. And I hope that doesn't bother anyone. It bothered me a little bit because I was a little disappointed that I had to delete a Let's Play that I had started, and I was having fun with it. It was a fun game to play, but it just really wasn't working out. But when it comes to things being off sync, I'm working on that. So there's something I'm trying with the rendering process, and hopefully it works out. So no other videos should be off sync, unless it's some issue with something I can't really fix easily. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the game. Mountain village ahead. Beware of blizzards and deep snow. Goron should be able to break the snow boulders easily. Okay, so in order to get up to the mountains, you do need a bow, which is why we couldn't have come here any time before. And you also need bombs. So the bomb bag is actually required, but this is when you need to get it. But I bought it before we even went off to the swamp. So we were good in that part of it. So this is the snow village, or whatever it said. Let's see what this says. Mountain smithy ahead. We sharpen any sword. We work hard so your sword works hard for you. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's going on in here. There's nothing we can really do, but we might as well see who's in here. Shut up! Just when I was having a good dream. Oh, welcome to the Mountain Smithy, where we take our time to make a good point. I am Zubora, the owner. Pleased to meet you. Shut up over there. That huge fellow is my assistant, Gabora. He's all brawn and about as smart as a Deku stick. Say, did you come to have your sword sharpened? Unfortunately, we're not doing any business right now. It's because of this abnormal cold snap we've been having. See, our hearth has frozen over. The way things are going now, I won't be able to do any business until spring. If I could just do something about that frozen hearth. Yeah, what's that? You say if we had hot water, we can melt the ice off the hearth? Don't act like you know what you're talking about, you Deku stick. Oh, he believes a rumor that says long ago there were hot springs somewhere in the mountains near here. Bah, I don't believe such rubbish. Okay, so these guys can sharpen your sword, but unfortunately we can't do that right now because everything is frozen over. So we just have to ignore them for now. But they gave us a hint about some hot water, and we'll get to that later on. Whoa! Up here, up here. I am sorry to bother you from such a high place, but I am very hungry and I have gotten stuck here. Let's see what he says. Ooh, it is so cold. I'm so very hungry. I don't think I'm going to make it. I just want to eat once more before I die up here. Something tough and hard to chew. I cannot forget that flavor. Okay, so that's kind of hinting towards something we have to do later on. But we'll get to him in a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate this owl statue and this sign. Let's see, this way to Snowhead. We don't want to go to Snowhead yet. Because there are some pretty nasty blizzards and things going on up there. But there's another place we can check out, and I believe it's over here. So let's see what this sign says. Goron Village ahead. Okay, so we want to go to the Goron Village and see what they're up to. And on the way we have tech types to deal with. And I think these are actually the only area that you see these Tektites in. And it's kind of weird to me because in Ocarina of Time, you fight Tektites in a few different places. And I believe the ones actually on the mountain, so the ones that are not on water, like some of them, wait, that made no sense. So there's some of them that are blue that are on water, and then there's some that are red that are mostly found on land. At least I think that's how it goes. So the ones that you find on land, like on Death Mountain and everything, those are red. So I don't understand why these ones are blue. Or maybe it's just because there's snow, and that's kind of like water. But anyways. Alright, so we got a map of Snowhead. Cool. So now we can see where we're at. Where we at. He also sold... he sells... Dang it, I didn't mean to fall down here. He also sells a map of Romani Ranch, which we visited a while back. And it's not a bad idea to pick that up, but I don't really think we need it yet. And you can actually buy the map near Romani Ranch for a very, very, very low price. So I think it's smarter to buy it on your way to Romani Ranch instead of just buying it right now. So yeah. Alright, let's see. Here in Goron Village, here's actually the entrance. So let's see. Goron Shrine. Please see the gatekeeper above. Okay. I know it says Goron Shrine, but that's where all the Gorons are. So we'll need to keep that in mind. And you can actually talk to the Goron who is on top there. You could see him when he first entered. And he can actually open that way for you. But there's not much you can do inside of that little area. But what you have to actually do is just kind of explore around, and eventually you'll come across this owl. Hoot hoot, we meet again, fairy child. Have my stone statues been of help? Well, it seems you may have the strength to change the fate of this land as I had expected. But the road ahead is even more challenging. Many trials await you. Please watch over these Gorons around you. Their land is doomed to be smothered in snow and ice forever. It will become a land where no living thing can survive. Without courage and determination, you surely will collapse from the extreme conditions. But if that courage and determination burns bright within you, then that's another story. So will you proceed? Hoot, you are a child of many strengths. Well, perhaps you do have enough strength to change the fate of this mountain after all. I shall take you to the air now. I shall take to the air now, flying toward that shrine across the way, so follow behind me. Do not be daunted by appearances. Instead, let your feelings guide you, and the true path shall open before you. Are you ready? Follow behind me. Okay, so he was kind of redundant there. He said maybe you have the strength and courage or whatever to change the fate of the land, and then he said maybe we have the strength and everything to change the fate of the mountain. I just thought that was weird there. He sounded a little redundant, like he couldn't make up his mind, like whether or not he believed in us. But we actually gotta hurry up because these feathers are disappearing. Okay, so you have to follow him over there. Just follow his feathers, and you'll be all right. Woot! I have certainly been assured of your courage and determination. From here on, you must not be fooled by appearances. You must rely on your feelings. Now, enter the shrine. Something that will aid you in your quest lies within. Use that item when returning from here. Okay, so we were stepping on invisible platforms, and that's why his feathers landed on him. So if we come in here, we can get an item, and that'll actually allow us to see those platforms. So that way we won't have to try and guess on our way back. Alright, you got the Lens of Truth. Okay, cool. So we can use this to see invisible things. It does drain our magic, but that's not really a big deal. There's some invisible stuff in here, and I totally walked back into that. But we're going to ignore that. So let's go ahead and pull out that Lens of Truth. And then this will allow us to jump back across here. Now, you do need these, the Lens of Truth. It is required. And, oh shit. I fell. And you'll see why that is in just a second. Because if you look right there, there's a ghost. And you can't see him if you don't have the Lens of Truth turned on. So you need that for him, and then he kind of gets the ball rolling on what we need to do around here. But yeah. So I hate these ice platforms, and it's bad that they're like suspended over an open space. It's kind of easy to fall down there. Can it be? Are you able to see me? If you truly can see me, then follow behind me. Okay. What I don't really get is, you know, if no one could see you, but they could hear you without actually seeing you, why didn't you just talk to them? And been like, hey, you know, can you... I'm here, I'm a ghost, I need help. You know, you don't have to exactly be seen by people. Anyways, it looks like he's missing his legs, so something bad happened to this ghost. And we're gonna find out what that was. I was looking at my arrows just a second ago, and I'm actually glad that we got those arrow upgrades from those mini games we played. That really does help out. I mean, arrows are definitely easy to get. They're not hard at all. You just have to, if you just cut down bushes or even kill enemies or just smash random stuff, you'll get arrows. So that's not even really that bad. But it's nice to have those upgrades, especially for boss fights, because that's when things get rough. You know, you're doing a boss fight, there's not a lot of refills around, so that's good. And we also have the second biggest bomb bag already. That's the one that I bought from the bomb shop after saving that old lady. And we'll actually get the biggest bomb bag here on the mountain in just a little bit. Now, as far as other upgrades go, we still have a magic upgrade to get, and we'll get that fairly soon. So wait, he's going to go all the way up there, so we have to climb this cliff here. Now, this actually isn't hard to do, but it's recommended that you have the Lens of Truth. It actually makes no sense to come over here without the Lens of Truth. Oh man, I hate this little pond you have to get across. It might actually be a good idea to come across it with the Deku Scrub. I'm actually going to do that. I don't know why I didn't do that first off. Okay, yeah, that's a lot easier. Oh, okay. Alright, so yeah, you do want to have the Lens of Truth when you try to climb up this mountain, because the bars that let you climb up it are invisible. And there's a specific path, but I'm just gonna try to chance it. It's not that hard. But yeah, it makes no sense to try and climb this without getting the Lens of Truth first, because you need to follow that ghost up here to really even do anything. So get the Lens of Truth and then climb this. I mean, you can climb it without getting them if you have like the path memorized, because I think it's just right, left, right. But still, just no reason to climb this without seeing that ghost first. Okay, so we got him up here still, and he's gonna go into that little cave, and we'll see what's going on there in just a second. Let's talk to this guy. This is the grave where a Goron hero rests. I came here to put up the great hero's memorial, but the return route has been blocked by snow, and I can't get back to Goron village. And even worse, my brother's been frozen solid from the cold. The way things are looking, I'll be frozen too. Oh, it's times like this that make me wish I had taken some of the hot spring water I found when I was digging up the hero's grave. That's a very long sentence. But the hot spring is now covered by the gravestone. I can't move a gravestone that big by myself. But I guess this is what's meant by the Goron saying there's no use in crying over split rocks. Brr. Okay, so his brother is frozen, and he said something about getting hot spring water. So let's see what this guy's up to first. Let's see. Let's talk to him. The Soaring One said that one who could see me would be arriving soon. It seems that it turned out to be true. I am Darmani the Third. The blood of proud Goron heroes runs in me. This feels strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched off to Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It had been wreaking havoc on Goron village. Then the blizzard at Snowhead blew me into the valley, and now here I am. How infuriating. As I am, I can only watch as Goron village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So, you can use magic. The Soaring One also told me that you are able to use it. I beg you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it is beyond your power, then I beg of you to do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please, heal my sorrows. So that's kind of a hint to what we have to do. Anytime we come across someone who wants us to heal their sorrows or help them in any way, what we have to actually do is play the Song of Healing. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh my gosh, can I not play the song? I thought it was down something... left, right, down. Okay. I had the right notes, it was just the wrong order. What a soothing melody. My sorrows are melting away into that song. And with that, all that remains of him is a mask. I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I accomplished while alive are carved on my grave. You should read it. Alright, you got the Goron mask. This mask contains the spirit of a proud Goron hero. Wear the mask with seed and inhabit the body of a Goron. Okay. For the Goron village, I have asked your assistance. Alright, so we got our second transformation mask. Let's go ahead and check it out. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next part. So if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And I hope you'll join me back for the next part, when we will check out this Goron mask and then see how we can help out the village. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.